Angel Reese did things last night I'm not sure we've ever seen on a basketball court. I was like, is this real? Did this happen?
Angel Reese just put on one of her worst performances ever, and it wasn't just about the numbers. It was also about how she totally collapsed on the court due to careless play and needless roughness. Everybody was in disbelief after Reese's disastrous class performance.
Lunar Owls brushed the Rose BC, and Angel, well, she did some rather interesting things on the court. And Napheesa Collier, well, look now, one thing we could say, they are not afraid of Angel Reese and the Rose BC, because after hitting the game-winning shot, Napheesa had some real words towards Angel Reese.
However, the best part is that Napheesa Collier had had enough of Reese's antics and made sure to teach her a lesson in the most effective way possible. If you're looking for a masterclass on how to humble a trash talker, stay put, because we're dissecting every hilarious moment that revealed Angel Reese for what she truly is, a player who is more interested in show than in actual basketball. And believe me when I say that the numbers speak for themselves.
Angel Reese looks like a very dirty move under the basket.
First spot, draws two, sling it, Reese!
Angel Reese entered the game with her typical bluster, acting as though she was prepared to take over, but it soon became painfully clear that she was more interested in showing off than in actually helping her team win. Rather than playing smart, she tried to scare her opponents by making a series of poor decisions and throwing careless passes.
She's going to go in, and then after she hits it, she's going to bark her head off at Angel Reese.
Eight to shoot, Diggins Smith, matched up by Gray.
Right there,
to the ball. Collier
game winner, look at her. She's
12-1.
talking mad shit.
Queen B,
Mad shit.
Angel Reese was on Napheesa Collier, giving her a bunch of frustrating bumps.
The statistics are quite hilarious, so let's get started. Reese made 7 turnovers. Yes, you read correctly. And these weren't just small blunders either. At one point, he made some of the most absurd ones you'll ever witness in a professional setting. Reese appeared perplexed, as though she couldn't believe what had just transpired after throwing the ball directly into the backboard, rebounding her own pass, and playing catch with herself.
Angel Reese rebounded her own pass. I saw this and was like, this can't be real. Angel Reese thought she was playing dodgeball out there.
Reese's arrogance overcame her, and she attempted to play bully ball by repeatedly pushing and body-checking Napheesa Collier in an effort to get inside her head. When she wasn't putting up bricks, she took some of the most absurd shots imaginable, all of which missed the mark.
It was 8 for 16 for 17 points, 10 boards last night, 7 damn turnovers. Napheesa Collier right here, 7 of 16. She had 16 points, 9 rebounds, but she had the most important thing, the game winner last night.
But this is where the real fun starts. Rather of allowing Reese's antics to affect her, Collier did what a true pro does, remaining totally focused on the game and exposing Reese for the fraud she is whenever she attempted to get violent. In the best conceivable response, Collier set her on fire on the scoreboard.
I mean, Angel Reese is out there looking like a UFC fighter.
If you're a hoops fan, if you're a basketball fan, and you watch this, I don't give a shit if you are an Angel Reese fan. You can't tell me this is not egregious.
They're doing everything they have to do to sell this league.
When Angel Reese tried one of the game's most awkward defensive moves, attempting to force her way into position, she totally lost her balance and fell to the ground like a terrible actress in a low-budget film, bringing her desperation to a breaking point. The best thing was that the referees didn't buy it. It was just a humiliating moment that had the fans shaking their heads.
Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Fans quickly criticized her on social media for her ridiculous flop, pointing out that despite her claims to be a physical player, she actually went down easy when it worked for her. This served as yet another harsh reminder that, although Reese enjoys playing the villain, she doesn't exactly thrive under pressure. Instead, She resorted to antics that only made her appear more uncomfortable.
This is Angel Reese, the content creator side. It's pretty clear basketball is her top priority. I cannot imagine how anybody could view this athlete in any other way. It's clear basketball is front and foremost. This is all helping with things like shooting better from the field and missing layups. She has no rhythm, just like she can't make a layup. Practice layups. OnlyFans incoming.
While Reese was flailing around trying to make headlines for all the wrong reasons, Napheesa Collier stayed locked in. Her performance spoke for itself, and every time Reese tried to get under her skin, Collier responded with pure basketball excellence. And just when you thought Reese's night could get any worse, she made one last ridiculous mistake with a chance to help her team mount a comeback. She panicked under pressure and threw a pass straight into an opponent's hands, which resulted in another turnover, another wasted possession, and yet another moment of pure humiliation.
I think Angel's more concerned about being an influencer, content creator, over being a better basketball player. This was her taking pictures, hanging out with some rappers and producers, etc.
You think you could get a bucket in this format, full court 3-on-3?
You want to think I can get a bucket?
Yeah.
If Angel Reese on my team, yeah.
Hell yeah.
By the end of the game,
The difference between the two players was evident by the game's conclusion. Collier exemplified professionalism by being composed, disciplined, and decisive. Fans who have been watching Reese antics all season saw it as another evidence that she is not the superstar she claims to be, but Reese herself had a memorable night because she was nothing more than an overhyped player who let her emotions to control her. While she has built her brand on trash talk and drama games, this loss wasn't just another game for Reese. It was an exposure of her reckless, unruly style of play. Games like this highlight the stark contrast between talk and talent, and Reese left with nothing but another humiliating defeat.
Gotta see this clip. Runs down court with the basketball, 3-4 steps ahead of everybody, has an easy layup, and throws it to the girl behind her. No skills.
So Lexi Hull's right here, right? She's going to come out here. She gets the ball, going to pass it into Angel. Look at this, folks. That's Lexi Hull. Wide ass open. Does she get the ball? Angel not only did not pass the ball back out to Lexi Hull, but she missed another freaking layups.
Rather than owning up to her mistakes, Angel Reese instantly went into damage management mode and refused to accept responsibility. She pointed fingers at everyone but herself due to her careless play and subpar performance. The referees, her teammates, the coaching staff, and even the court itself were all at fault, with the exception of the one person who was truly accountable for her disastrous night. It was a classic. Reese's actions include being tough, playing carelessly, and claiming to be the victim when things don't go her way.
To keep going, it's hard. Like, it is hard. To live my life isn't easy. And I don't want to get emotional, but like, that's why I put the work in every day. Cause like, there are little girls that look up to me. There are the college girls that look up to me. And just being able to be inspiration every day. So that's why I just try to keep going through all the negativity. At 22, it's hard living this life, but I'm grateful. I'm blessed. And I'm lucky to be around this group, and being here in Rival has just been the best thing for me.
While Reese was busy thrashing around and yelling at the referees, Collier had done exactly what a true leader does. She stayed focused, played smart basketball, and delivered in the clutch. She didn't need to use cheap shots or trash talk because her game spoke for itself. Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier and the Lunar Owls were celebrating rightfully. With composure and accuracy, Collier was guiding her team to victory. When it came time to silence Reese, Collier delivered with a game-winning shot and a well-deserved smile directly in Reese's face.
3 weeks into the season and Unrivaled is struggling to sell out a studio that seats 800 people?
At some point, TNT Sports is going to be like, we ain't making no money because we ain't got no ratings. And I mean, they don't have any ratings, and she's not pulling them. She had a game last Saturday, didn't even make 80,000 viewers. This person said you complain about everything. Professional life is different, and you can't seem to handle it.
Not to mention that social media and the internet had a field day with Reese's meltdown. Almost instantly, fans began making fun of her 7 turnovers, missed layups, and, of course, her final possession blunder. Some even made the joke that she was attempting to set a record for the most embarrassing plays in a single game, which was perfectly captured in one tweet. Angel others have pointed out that Reese's entire game is based on needless hostility rather than true skill, and this performance was just more evidence of that. However, this is where things become even worse for Reese. She talks like Shaw, but plays like a YMCA hooper who just learned the rules. Her reckless play isn't helping anyone, it's not winning games, it's not improving her skills, and it's definitely not earning her respect from the league's best players. Instead, it's making her a liability, and if she doesn't change her game soon, she might end up receiving fewer minutes or worse, becoming just another overhyped player who never lived up to the hype. The WNBA is watching coaches, analysts, and even her own teammates are beginning to notice the pattern.
Some sportsmanship, seriously. Now, she's still acting up and running her mouth right here. She's pointing out, look, you're running your mouth. Get out of here. The referee said, I'm not listening to your smart-ass mouth. Get out of here. Unbelievable. Black History Month. Y'all know I had to be the first. Seriously. So she just claimed that she got thrown out because she's a victim of racism.
When it's not going well for you, claim racism.
She came out, made it about race, and got crushed.
Let's face it. This was meant to be a new era for Angel Reese. She entered the WNBA riding a sea of hype, being hailed as a game changer who could dominate the league and add energy and attitude. The problem is being a game changer requires skill, discipline, and leadership. Reese's performance in this game was the complete opposite. She was careless, untrained, and occasionally downright embarrassing. In contrast, Napheesa Collier doesn't need antics to prove she's among the best. She simply goes out there and dominates the right way with skill, composure, and leadership. She took everything Reese threw at her, absorbed it, and then hit her where it hurt the most on the scoreboard.
So Reese is never going to improve her basketball skills. Check this out.
I see you miss layups just like they do and everything, but forget them. Yeah, you know, I mean, I miss layups too. So, I mean,
everybody miss layups, but they can't get mad if I get the rebound, box me out.
Yeah. Don't be mad because your fade didn't box her out. That's what I say. Period.
I see your miss layups like they do, but forget them. What the do you mean forget them?
Collier and Reese's differences couldn't have been more obvious. In the end, only one player took home the victory because one played with maturity and the other with reckless arrogance. One player let her game speak for her, while the other let her mouth run wild as her game collapsed. What will happen to Angel Reese now that Napheesa Collier is the real star of the evening? If history is any guide, she will most likely intensify her defenses, play the victim, and act as though nothing happened. In reality, though, she was humbled in the most terrible way imaginable. The only question now is whether she will truly grow from it, or if this is just another chapter in Angel Reese's never-ending story being revealed.
This is why Angel Reese's game is never going to get better, y'all. Her mom telling her this and her fans are the same exact way. Zero accountability, bro. Imagine this, y'all. You playing basketball in front of the whole world. People have been constantly criticizing your game and you messing up on the court. There's all this film and everything about what you need to do better and what you're messing up on. And your mom is just sitting here telling you, well, forget them. Just forget them, bro. Like, that's terrible advice. Like we see why Angel Reese is the way that she is. Man, look at how her mom is just talking to her, telling her just forget them, bro. But then y'all are so mad that the world doesn't like her and talk so much about her, bro.
Regarding Napheesa Collier, she just reminded everyone why she is the real deal. She only needs skill, composure, and a winning mentality. And after this game, one thing is very evident. Angel Reese is unquestionably not Napheesa and is not Caitlin Clark. If Collier wants to be taken seriously, she should concentrate on honing her skills rather than brag about winning a championship after every rebound. Until then, she will remain a loud distraction as players like Collier and Clark establish themselves as the WNBA's real future. In the end, basketball will always reveal the truth.
And she's like, oh, everybody misses layups. I'm so tired of this everybody misses layups thing. Yes, A whole bunch of basketball players miss layups, but people are not missing layups like Angel Reese, bro.
Fact.
Statistically the worst finisher in the league. So that means you're last and at the bottom. So that means you're the worst and nobody is missing like you are. God, this is not rocket science. Angel Reese GPA holders, bro. This is not rocket science, man. This is amazing. Y'all just cannot keep it real with this girl, bro. That's why she looks like an unrivaled. That clip that just came out with her getting blocked by Breanna Stewart like 3 times or something, and then she finally made this shot, bro. That's why her game looks like it is not even improved at all, man.
Reese did what she always does as the final whistle sounded. She glared at the referees, shook her head in shock, and pretended that the game had been stolen from her, ignoring the fact that she had single-handedly ruined her team with 7 turnovers. After committing careless fouls and failing to score a clutch shot when it counted, she refused to accept that she had been totally outclassed and instead left the court with the same arrogant demeanor.
And then the whole, you gotta box me out to get the, bro, you should be making the shot, bro. Instead of sitting up here talking about, people aren't boxing you out and all of this bullshit. Like, if you make the shot, bro, we wouldn't be even sitting up here talking about these whole rebounds and over and that bullshit, man. But it's crazy, bro. It's crazy I came across that clip. I just saw somebody post it today, and I'm like, damn, bro. No wonder this girl does not take accountability.
And let's talk about the reaction because it was vicious. As Reese left the court, she was greeted by a barrage of jeers, and social media quickly began mocking her. Clip after clip of her worst plays went viral online, with fans highlighting how badly she had been exposed. 1 minute, she was flexing, acting like the league's toughest player, and the next, she was being made fun of for one of her most embarrassing performances ever. What should have been her moment to shine had instead turned into a complete disaster.
Fans of Angel Reese, Barbie, are upset by commentary from YouTube videos and social media platforms. Angel Reese posted, "Using my name for clicks is literally a drug. We give people what they want. Whatever they want to see. I'm not allowed to talk about her missing layups left and right, but she can go on her podcast and talk about Caitlin Clark or anything else that she wants to, but her supporters, they're mad. Could you hit a rim? Could you not airball to the thousands of people that's watching on TV? It's a pretty poor looking product on television." The announcer simply pretended Angel Reese airball on the 3 didn't happen.
Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier got the last laugh both on the scoreboard, and in the eyes of the basketball world, she didn't need to resort to trash talk or cheap shots. She simply played smart, disciplined basketball and delivered the ultimate dagger with a clutch game-winning shot while Reese was busy trying to act tough. Collier was proving that true dominance comes from skill, not antics. This game was more than just a loss for Reese. It was a statement she walked in, thinking she was the star, but by the end of the night, she was nothing more than a punchline. And here's the real problem for Reese. This isn't just a one-time thing. This game exposed a pattern time and time again. She has leaned on theatrics, trying to intimidate opponents rather than actually outplaying them. But when the competition gets real, she folds. This was her chance to show she could dominate on the big stage, and instead she crumbled under the pressure. Now the big question is, where does Angel Reese go from here? The tough girl persona is wearing thin, and following this humiliation, people are beginning to see through it. Her opponents, fans, and the media all witnessed it. If she doesn't alter her strategy, this won't be the last time she is exposed. What do you think, Angel? Is this the beginning of the end? Will Reese eventually grow from her mistakes, or will she continue to act like a tough girl? Please subscribe, leave a comment, and enable all notifications so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.